Okay. Fangscorcher. Appearance. Gold patches on back like a hunting cat. Tan belly. Colors make her good for ambushing targets from the sky. Also shows off fire to look scary. Diet. Anything she can bring down. Small but aggressive for dragon. Will go after people during encounters. Uses flames to herd targets into open so she can kill them. Burns all her food before eating. Interesting. Maybe so she doesn't get sick? Behavior. Fangscorchers are mean. The Antom lured this one to attack the village. Bastards. She was smart enough to set traps and hold grudges. Not smart enough to control herself. Chakra to Ebra. Lose control of yourself and you turn into a monster that someone has to take down. Very, Kunari. Information on the Dragon King. Tash did some digging on this Dragon King. After the Antam split from the Qun, the generals and admirals broke away and became independent warlords. The Dragon King's soldiers aren't interested in trading. They've attacked villages. They're killing people without even trying to convert them. Whoever this Dragon King is, he's brutal. We've got reports of victims burned in what looks like an Antam ritual. I'll let you know if I find anything else. Stay sharp. Remember, treat every door like a trap. Golden glory, Isabella. Scribbled notes from Tash in the margin. Generals are actually Kishak. Admirals are Kathaban. Dragon King is still a stupid name. They would have been queens! And then Antam Ritual, not a thing. Okay. New thing for companions. Probably Tosh. Okay. She's at 7.5 now. Quarter 7. Almost 7. 8, 7, barely 7. 6. Balara and Lucanus are my lowest bond level right now. I'll knock out the companion quests for now. And then I'll do something with Balara and Lucanus, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, Manfred's there too. Hey.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Given his coordination, is that so surprising?
He knows the stems are delicate. I can't think what got into him. Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you
You're
if
so
I pass
cute.
on.
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about.
Manfred's clapping
Do you
is
know
so
what a
cute.
lich is?
Lich! Liches exist here?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
You're making this up, right?
Rook, please. I've told so few people.
Sorry.
The Liches are the great protectors of the necropolis. Bulwarks, against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt Lichdom.
Hold on. If you become a Lich, then all this flirting we've been doing...
I should hate to lose your company while I'm still mortal.
What would you being a Lich be like?
A vast leap. Flesh cast aside for bone, returned immortal for all time.
That that reminds me of the Dragon Age 4 concept art. I guess press releases or stuff that BioWare released, and they showed for concept art there were companions or whatnot of like a skull, a flaming skeleton, you know, or like a skeleton with a flaming skull, and they're like, and they also showed, because I think it was after they showed the blighted tree. And everyone's like, oh, can't wait to romance the blighted tree. Give it to me. And BioWare released the next year, I think they released the concept art of the skeleton with a flaming skull. And they're like, here, have this, you horny fan base. Can't possibly want to romance this thing. And everyone's like, there was a funny tweet. And it's like of a skeleton from He-Man, Heroes of the Universe. And it was like, joke's on you, I'm into that. And now I'm being reminded of that here. It's like, Emmrich, you really think that being a skeleton would stop me?
And you'd be a powerful undead mage with secrets beyond mortal understanding?
A cherished desire.
That's perfect.
Oh, I'd inform you before making any decisions to... questions of Lichdom are... Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmrich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for Lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from Lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
Emmrich, you've spent your life preparing for this, and it could still fail?
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for Lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's
Oh,
A half-lich.
that
though
explains
that
it. She's not like a
hasn't
demon or
diminished her
anything. She's
powers.
lit.
Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for Lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich, exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of Lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much. What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of Lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a Watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness, or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting Lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, and of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
But how? We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkarin, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a Watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Hello. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course. The choices ahead.
Your Lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
Oh, sorry, Emmrich. Looks like I might just end up committing to a romance to whoever I have to commit to last.
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy.
You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
It'd be impossible, I agree.
Still don't know how to get that chest. Failed Lichdom. I can't stop imagining Joanna's attempt at Lichdom. The incantations, the preparations, the final blow, then to accomplish nearly everything all alone and yet still fail. How she'll chafe at her inability to learn new magic. Is fixing this part of whatever she's planning? What would have happened if we'd stayed friends? Would I have supported Johanna's renegade bid for, excuse me, immortality outside her oaths? Even joined her? In the deep hours of the night, I fear my answers. From Emmrich's diary. On death. I never thought I could teach Emmrich anything about magic, but the other day he got really excited when I told him about Avar spirits I saw in the Frostback Basin. You remember me writing about that. He did know that Avars believe in reincarnation. The Mornwatch likes learning about different death customs. It made me ask him what the Watchers think happens after you die. He got all pensive and kind of sad and said not even they know for sure. That must be so frustrating, for that to be your whole life and not even know. I'm going to try to cheer him up with a hike. Hikes always make me feel a little better. From a letter by Harding to her ma. Let me change my party first. My lowest bond level. Quarter 6. Almost 7. So Balara is the lowest. Okay, Balara. Detonate Sundered. Can I apply Sundered? Oops. Okay. And then Adavrin applies Overwhelmed and detonates Weakened. Well, I apply Weakened. I should detonate Overwhelmed somewhere. There we go. Perfect! Perfection. Perfect party. Perfectly balanced.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something. Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
We'll all wind up dead if we don't get a handle on this.
Another Warden at our side could make the difference.
Where do things stand now?
Every Warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good Warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
Aww.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
curious that Lavendel seems to be the only place that has refugees.
Save
Like,
Lavendel, then back to
how is the
Stony
rest of the
Empire.
Enderfels in this state
Yep.
right now?
That's it.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on, let's check on the Warden sentries.
I guess I can't do a companion quest while I'm doing this quest.
Evka and Antoine need us in here. Got it?
Got it.
Got something in mind? All set?
Nothing we can do.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is good.
I remember Rodri.
We won't lose the village.
That's right. Tell
I remember Janie too. They were the ones that were guarding the doorway leading to the lighted dragon that I brought Tash to. Oop, something golden. Ida's journal. They're gone. Ursa's gone. I'm going to bury that well under everything I can. And then, I don't know, maybe I won't stay here after that. I'll go to the capital or sail to Antifa. I dreamed of that kitchen again, the cards, but it was sunny in the dream. No more rain dripping out the window.
I've got food if you're looking.
The joining ritual. I've only seen 2 joinings outside my own, Antoine's and now Flynn's. Antoine's hands were shaking. He was dying. He said it was nice to meet me. Then he took the chalice, and I still remember the way his eyes rolled back too far. He screamed something in Orlesian, but I didn't speak any then, and he doesn't remember what he said. I wasn't on my deathbed when I took the joining. I remember all of it. What it felt like, what I saw. I wasn't alone like Antoine or Flynn either. Beryl raised the chalice like it was a toast. She made it through, and so did I, but there were 3 names on our joining list. Nadia, we remember you. Excerpt from Evka's journal.
Not much to forage out there.
Wow.
You've had your hands full. Make sure you're getting meals.
Thanks, Leo. Bones Beneath the Creek, chorus. Anderfell's folk song lyrics. When a heart beats hard on ribcage wall and you are feeling weak, follow me and don't recall the bones beneath the creek. Wow, very Anderfellian. Wow. Leo was pretty upbeat for someone who, well, actually it wasn't his journal, it was Ida's journal.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
It's nice to see the person that who joined the Wardens around the time I did is still alive. You know, it shows that we're tough, strong, can't easily be beaten.
I once felled a tree and there was a spirit inside. It nearly stopped my heart to see it. I made a headboard from that tree. The couple who bought it said they had strange dreams.
Why would you sell anything made from a spirit wood? Why? Very Enderfellian, I'll say that.
Wow.
Augustine!
Name's Warden Augustine.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
This guy joined the Wardens at probably a later age
get back
because
to
the
Evka.
calling hits everyone eventually. So I don't think there's such thing as a Warden who stays long enough to grow old because of the calling, which is really interesting. Oh wait, I was like, the guy I passed by just looked like Antoine. It was him.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
Of course.
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
That's coming from the glade.
We can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel's the only place that's still alive out there.
Remember, keep distance.
We're not off the hook yet.
We need to maintain ranks, okay?
Nice move, bro. That's how Wardens get it done.
That's how Wardens get it done! Yeah!
There's more. We've got to hold the line.
Hold the line, guys. Retreat. Come on, we need to hold the line.
All right, let's get them.
I thought I pressed circle, but okay. Low on arrows. That's because I don't have my... Okay, death from above. And... Yes, that.
You got it.
No, I'm out of arrows. Okay.
For sure.
They're down, but there's more fight left out there.
All right, be ready for the next call. We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there, or head to the farmlands.
Farmlands are important. So... which direction is which? Which one's which? I think... this or this might be farmlands. I'll go straight. Straight ahead. I haven't heard the chant of light in a long time. Oh shoot, okay. Yeah, I got it, I got it. Let me... Okay, remember. Hold the line. Keep formation, guys. We want them to get into this chokehold.
This is it, Darkspawn. You fall to a Warden today.
Okay.
Son, hit him.
More on the way.
Good. I'm all warmed up.
Ballista. Cover me. Cover me. Did you guys take care of it? Ugh, seriously? Glad friendly fire isn't the thing. Immune? Come here.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Antoine. What's that?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won.
You only had one arrow?
He's
Where are the
right.
others?
Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
I love those two. They're like a dream couple. I love how Antoine kept almost like pursuing Evka until finally she caved. She's like, fine, I guess I do. Like they got married, kind of. He's like, I love you, Evka. I love you. Yeah.
You sure?
Please marry
It's
me.
faint,
She's like,
but
darn,
yes.
fine, yes, okay,
Is
let's
something
get
wrong?
married.
Yeah, but first, you deserve some thanks. Lavendel is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Aww.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject,
Right. After the battle, the blight sounded strange. But you felt something more, didn't you?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods. But now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
we don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
I'm like, stop listening to the blight, sir. Well, as a warden, I understand you don't really have a choice. Okay? If I ask, it sounds please. I mean, they already said they don't know what that means.
Maybe you should stop listening.
What? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Look, we'll have
Until
results
then,
eventually.
stay
Eventually. Antoine. Is that their ship name, Antoine?
Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the blight, and no pattern at all. But always something pulling.
How's Lavendel?
After our victory, people told stories, sang songs.
It was good to see people laughing.
It was hard after Weishaupt.
It's not something you shake overnight. People put on brave faces, but they'd lost hope. When that happens...
But there is hope now. It started with the fight against the dragons. It continues now, in Lavendel.
You helped make it happen.
Can you really hear the gods in the Blight?
Not words. Just a feeling, but a real one.
Right. Like an echo. But you can't tell what it's saying.
I don't think I'd want to.
How are things going?
We're continuing to look into the Blight here. Its forms, how it acts.
For every answer, there's another question. Secrets lurking ever deeper. Rook, good to see you.
I guess you don't have anything more to say. Hey, Darren.
We can always use another Warden around.
I am sad that I cut her off.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloom Howler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
This is important to us. No time to be shy about it.
We're here to help.
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weishaupt, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloom Howler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name is...
Isaiah!
Isaiah. I found her
What?
diary. She was a mage. She blighted
From
all
the
Griffins
last
during
flight?
the First Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Holy moly, what?
Why? In what world would we blight our own griffins?
In her diary, Isaiah said the blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the first Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
That is not what I took the oath to defend.
In her diary, Isaiah says she couldn't forgive herself. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads.
Oh.
Blighted. Twisted.
So she's like a darkspawn, but self-aware still.
I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Heh.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloom Howler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloom Howler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Anton keeps listening to something. It's a blight.
Well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Darkspawn won't get Lavendel.
Were you worried before?
No, Evka had a plan.
I love Mila. I want to adopt Mila and Jacobus.
We're lucky Rook brought so many samples.
You're going to set one on fire, aren't you? Be careful out there.
Antoine's probably like, you know me so well! That's why I love you!
Okay.
My lowest bond is with Bellara and Lucanis. Let's go. Warden Callie. Cool. Okay. Alright, story quest, let's go. Actually, wait, companions. Bellara has points. What's this symbol? Ooh. Davern's so ahead, he's at 8 now. Actually, the Gloom Howler Part 4. Finally, I know who the Gloom Howler really is. What started as a simple has opened a terrible wound in Grey Warden history that none of us even knew was there. With Weishaupt in rubble, there's little chance of finding any records that might shed light on this. It seems the Gloom Howler, Isaiah, is a specter dragging all the sins of the past back to haunt us. Our own order demanded she blight all the griffins, or face disaster and lose a fourth blight. She's a cruel monster, yet I can't help but feel some sympathy for her. Would anyone else have done differently? The fate of every soul in Thedas rested on her shoulders. Trying to imagine that decision, it's nearly impossible. No person should have to face that dilemma. Yet Valia said it was Isaiah who hid the remaining griffin eggs to preserve them. Hassan and his family lived because of her, even though all their ancestors died because of her. It's no wonder she's so twisted and evil now, living with the guilt of what she's done. Maybe that's what all her shrieking and howling is about, a cry against the injustice of fate, the injustice of somehow surviving 400 years with this tragedy looming over her. But that's in the past. Whatever she may have been, now, today, she's willing to destroy Hassan's family. I won't allow that to happen, no matter what still haunts her. Flynn from the Wardens. Talked with Flynn at the Warden camp. They're non-binary like me. Good to meet another day. We're okay to talk about it. We're okay to talk about it. Mayvarus said not everyone would be. Flynn said they didn't have a big struggle to find it, just felt like they were a mind that had a body instead of a body that had a mind. Being a man or woman didn't fit with who they were. Changed to they when they were a kid. Parents supportive, physician guy too? No big fight? Didn't know Mayvarus or Tarquin. Told Flynn about them. They could probably get Flynn discounts on magical stuff. Flynn can help mix the medicines I need to help with fire breathing. They asked if I felt the same as they did for mind-body stuff. Did breathing fire make me feel disconnected from my body? Don't think fire breathing is what did it. What they're talking about sounds kind of like Kuhn stuff, mind, soul, body. I just felt wrong as a woman. Wait, Flynn wrote stuff down, only they wrote non-binary instead of non-binary. Are we supposed to write it with a dash or not? They also wrote themself instead of themselves. Which one's right? Flynn says I should do what works for me. That does not help. I want to do it right. Flynn said maybe me wanting to follow rules is because of Kuhn stuff. Then said sorry because I guess I glared at them. Flynn was trying to be nice. Healers are always like this. Oh wait, you know what? I did Google where to find the merchant who sells stuff for like Shadow Dragons stuff. They said Google said they're in the Crossroads or a Spirit or like they're a Wisp merchant or something. I don't know. But anyway, actually wait. Let me see if anything triggers if I go towards the tree.
The voices again.
But surely the knowledge you gained.
My champions offered themselves willingly. More works of precision laid low before finding their full potential.
You will have new subjects in recompense, whatever you wish.
Rook's companions seek to fight as one. Combining their traits into a single form would be edifying.
Inspired. Consider it done.
Oh no! They're horrible, but they're...
We're taking these bastards down before they ever get the chance.
They're like a very horrible pair of villains, like as in evil, very evil people, and yet also they're like I've never seen them in conflict. Handle each other well.
You're not upset about taking a contract on your goddess? Even just a little bit. If I'd lived my whole life revering Ghilan'nain, I'd be upset.
No. Whatever we were worshipping, it wasn't her. It's what we were told she was.
Oh, that's a pretty good
Evanurus
perspective.
Oppressed our people. Now we get to fight back. I feel pretty good about that.
Valara she has moments of maturity and insight, I'll say that. I really admire all my companions. I love gushing over them. Oh wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why did I do that? Go back. Motore. I'm going to Spirit Merchant. Spirit Merchant. Okay, merchants. Where are the merchants? Here? Is it here? Cool. Nope. Back. Here. Oh, this gives me Shadow Dragon strength. Can I upgrade the shop?
You and Syrian were close before.
He was the one person I could always count on, who always had my back.
You thought he was dead, and then he turned up alive and a monster. Was it the same for Ilario, I wonder? Or was he just angry I didn't die when I was supposed to?
Aw.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Your brother isn't a real monster.
Oh, that's so sad! Oh, darn it! Oh, Vulcanus. That's so sad. Sorry, your brother isn't a real monster. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, frick. Oh. No more merchants? I don't see any more. Still that wolf statue that I don't know how to get. Or like, don't know how to look